Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to what is our second series now of the night. VGJ.Storm taking on Team Leviathan here. Best of three once again. This is the Summit 8 North American Qualifiers. I'm Breaky CPK, going to be joined by my co-caster, Jivakiss. Looking forward to what surely should be another entertaining best of three series here. But Jivakiss, how you doing, man?
I'm doing awesome, man. Delighted to be here. Really looking forward to seeing Team Leviathan on 7.07B. Last time they fought against VGJ.Storm, obviously they won. So I think it's a whole new patch, though. Everything's up in the air. But look at these bans, man. Are these NA bans at the moment or what?
It feels like it. You know, obviously we had the series earlier today that we casted Blue Pikachu versus DC. A pretty decisive victory in the end for Digital Chaos on that 2-0 in case you missed it. But yeah, it's definitely had an NA flair to it. And one of the bigger things is, of course, Tiny being really popular in the NA region. Is banned here by Leviathan as you're getting at Winter Wyvern. On top of that, there's a Beastmaster, Mirana, Nightstalker, and Broodmother even coming out from VGJ.Storm. So, you know, whenever we have such a big patch like this, newer, we're still very early on, we're going to have some drastic differences from draft to draft, I feel like.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to experiment with their own particular style and also, you know, their comfort heroes to see whether or not the frog was good or, you know, bad to them. Rubik first pick, though. I like the. I mean, it's such an open pick. Like, you know, you have a position for 4 or 5, I guess, and then that's it. Like, obviously he's got spell steal, so he can take whatever he wants.
Very true, very true. Now, at the same time, if you're VGJ.Storm, of course, you know this, and so, you know, maybe drafting around that idea, not only for the landing purposes, but, of course, what he can spell steal. But, you know, with that buff that happened to Rubik, where now you can use the offensive null field, it's called there, with this passive, so you can make your magic deal even more damage as a result as your teammates. I really think it kind of opens the door even more to be a first-pick hero, as we see from Leviathan. But how about that response from VGJ.Storm, the classic IO coming out? I don't know about you. I actually can't even see the hero on my screen right now, but they do have IO, according to what the text says, at least, and what I heard.
Yeah, I can see it. I had this problem last game where I couldn't see any heroes on the top line, but heroes on the bottom line were fine.
That's what's happening to me, I guess. All right, we're just going to have to go by text. Interesting patch here. Queen of Pain to go with the IO. Very early Queen of Pain, but again, this is a new patch. What's going on here, you think?
Well, I mean, Queen of Pain being quite popular in the offlane. She could go mid as well. I mean, is this more the IO though? IO and Quap together? I mean, obviously they're going to look for the strength carry. The new IO, his talents are sick, man. But I mean, yeah, basically, you think I think his 25 talent should be an axe rather than a talent.
The IO, I've had my history of being an IO spammer. Of course, I played in the 3K bracket, and so God life was difficult. It's basically just torturing myself. But the idea with the new talents you're getting at, the level 15 as well, being able to provide ags to teammates, it seems it's a pretty cool idea. Now, I do wonder if that's maybe why they put it in tandem with the Queen of Pain, but at the same time, IO getting level 15, unless you have a really snowbally game, that's going to be a while, right? So it's nice, but it's not like, it's not over the top crazy in my opinion. But of course, you do want to draft around the idea, I think, that he is going to be providing the Aghanim Scepter for you. Again, it goes back to the earlier Queen of Pain pick.
Yeah, it doesn't look particularly strong yet, especially with that Spirit Breaker pickup. Rubik already being there, they control, and they have the charge. Chaos Knight going to get banned out as well, Centaur. Big strength heroes. The Tiny as well, obviously, actually lead us back into that. Maybe they were thinking that they were going to go IO from the beginning, some sort of BSJ mind games.
Yeah, perhaps. Of course, there's plenty of BSJ fans in chat. As I say the letters BSJ, I'm sure tons of BSJ emotes are going to be happening a couple minutes from now. Also to clarify, actually, as we're talking on players right here, first off, of course, the Leviathan, a somewhat newer roster for them. They have Garter now, of course, recently joining the ranks. But then I believe that is a true standard right there. White Bear. Normally Slayer is their 5 position, if I'm not mistaken, but from my knowledge, that simply is a stand-in for the team for this. I don't know any further than that. On the other side, it is Ritsu. That is not actually a stand-in. We did confirm. Apparently, he was having issues with his main account. I don't know what it was, but they were talking about it in chat. That is actually Ritsu for VGJ.Storm. So it is their full roster, just to make that clear, as we are moving along right here for VGJ.Storm at least. Earth Spirit coming out with their third pick. Classic, I want to say Stan King. Known for playing the... Wait, who's there? I always get mixed up between Snake King and Stan King. Dang it. Who's their 4 position? It's neither. It's Francis Lee. It's Flea, of course. What am I thinking? Well, Francis Lee plays Great Earth Spirit.
I think Flea will be on the Earth Spirit for sure. That's like, yeah, I mean, you don't... He's God tier, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah. No, he's very good with the hero, yeah. And actually, I think Stan King does have history playing Io now that I'm picking up on that. So they're kind of going some signature heroes. I guess that's one thing to kind of stick with if a new patch, earlier on, is try to get heroes that you're just naturally comfortable with in general over time. So perhaps that's a theme of sorts that VGJ.Storm might be going for right here. But Puck is going to be the competition on the other side. In the third pick, yeah, early mid heroes being picked up here. Although Puck, you really never know nowadays. Could end up in the offlane just as easily.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I was thinking they were matching the co-op there, with the fact that they could play in either lane. I mean, they're probably going to end up with Queen of Pain in mid, and probably 75% Puck as well. I think. There's no need to hide it further. Like, if you already know what you're in face, then you can kind of pick into it a bit, I think.
Yeah.
Sand King, though. That's their first real reliable lockdown.
Yeah. Good setup for the Earth Spirit, of course. Allowing him to get the boulder smash off right there.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, so Sand King offlane, it looks like, is going to be happening here for VGJ.Storm. And that will be in the hands of Snake King, if that's where it's ran, of course. But so they still need their 1 position with their final pick on the side of VGJ.Storm. Leviathan still needs their 1, as well as either the offlane or the mid, depending on what they feel. Do you think Quap into the Queen of Pain? I mean, Puck into the Queen of Pain would be fine here as far as the matchup is concerned.
Yeah, I think they probably lane about equally. They both have high mobility. I think Puck probably has slightly more escape, but they both have that blink away as well. I mean, it's a pretty even match. I think maybe actually slightly favoured Puck in the early stages, and then Quap maybe as it approaches 10 minutes. I think we're going to see. Do you think we'll see a Phantom Lancer from PSJ in this game? Maybe.
A who?
Phantom Lancer.
Phantom Lancer. PL. Classic.
No AM, actually. AM's not been touched yet at all.
Classic BSJ here is what you're getting at. Yeah, that's... I don't know. How has Phantom Lancer been this patch? I'm trying to remember what changes he may have gotten. Well, we're going to see a Luna, so...
He feels incredible. It's going to be the Luna, though. BSJ on Luna.
Yeah. Oh, Luna. That's one that... we really haven't seen for a while. That almost takes, really back to the Luna Shadow Demon days. That's really about a year ago or so.
10 seconds remaining.
When we're seeing that combination coming out. But Luna
5 seconds
picked
remaining.
up from Leviathan here instead. What do you make of Luna for BSJ?
Yeah, I like Luna, man. I think RTZ played Luna quite recently in Dream League as well. So, I mean, it's a strong, ranged core. They don't know what they're facing off against. What is VGJ.Storm's final pick going to be? What's their number 1? Their safe lane farmer going to be? So I think Luna covers a lot of bases, protects you from control, that they can pick up to complement that lineup. Yeah, I like the Luna, man. I'm liking Team Leviathan strat more and more.
So then if, we've seen the Puck is going to be middle, they probably need an offlane. You see a Brewmaster ban there from VGJ.Storm, so they too figure that an offlane is coming. Magnus is still on the board. That's one for me that kind of stands out a little bit. The Empower buff for Luna in general, as well as some nice control for the team. Perhaps the direction they could be leaning towards. Bat Rider's another hero that's still on the list of offlaners. Are there any to you that are standing out?
Let's see. We got Sand King, Earth Spirit, Queen of
10
Pain, and
seconds
Io.
remaining.
They're all really big lockdown heroes
5
and very
seconds
mobile.
remaining.
I wouldn't mind a Void actually. I think a Void would be pretty good.
They need a Tidehunter. What am I saying? They are Leviathan after all.
Well, yeah, that does go with the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Some Ravage action.
No, but I mean, on a serious note, though, as far as, you know, dealing with a lot of crowd control, a lot of just getting killed, getting somebody that's just truly beefy, and I guess Underlord kind of fits that too, yeah.
No, I was going to say Underlord first, but then I was like, but I don't really like Underlord against, just Underlord because it's Team Leviathan, but I don't really like it against the lineup that VG.Storm has got. I mean, I prefer Underlord against more, right-click oriented cards. So, I mean, Quap kind of is, I guess, but
5 seconds remaining.
No, that's a fair point. I definitely see what you're saying right there. So maybe Underlord lesser value because of that idea, but still, he'll be that Uber for the team and just a kind of a strong self laner.
He's real beefy, yeah. I mean, he can take care of himself, and it does give you some options, which for coming in and out of fights and stuff. So there's definitely that element. It's not 100% I just wouldn't think that would be big.
VGJ.Storm. So they have the IO. I mean, they really don't have the best tethered. Like Queen of Pain, I guess, actually is not bad, but I'm wondering with this one position, are they gonna lean towards something to really get that? I mean, Ursa maybe comes to mind as that one position here. Would that be good?
That would be really good. That's beefy, nice. But then Luna, does Luna do enough? Keep him at bay with her Eclipse. BKB. No, I think they need something maybe a little bit different.
Yeah, what direction could they go? Well, they've got about 20 seconds remaining. I was going to say Chaos Knight, but of course that is banned by Leviathan, so definitely not going to be that one. Maybe Phantom Lancer for themselves. Another one on the board, perhaps. Lycan.
I don't know. Lycan could be a thing, actually.
Yeah. I'm kind of just listing heroes at this point.
Oh, Medusa. Alright, yeah.
Huh. You know, Medusa Medusa was going through one, but when I think Medusa, I think usually more of a mid, if anything, so it wasn't really leaning towards that, but it actually is going to be perhaps a mid Medusa, though, as we say this, because Ryoyo is going to be the one playing it, and Ritsu ending up on Queen of Pain right here. So, interesting. I wonder how they're going to lane this, and if that's what they're actually going to do, or if they're still going to play, Queen of Pain mid with Medusa in the safe lane, despite the players.
I mean, Ritsu's pretty comfortable mid, right?
Yeah, I mean, not that he can't play mid. I mean, technically on the roster sheet, I believe Ritsu's labeled the 1, and Ryoyo is the 2, but you're right. I mean, they could interchange, so.
10 seconds remaining.
Wouldn't be out of the question here.
I mean, I really like VGJ.Storm's draft here.
Yeah.
I think it's probably easier to do stuff with their draft than with the Team Leviathan draft. But, like I say, Team Leviathan's first out and on this patch. They've been off seemingly training in secret.
Medusa is one of those heroes that got a lot of attention with the patch. I think it's safe to say, and again, I mainly speaking from a public games standpoint, but again, we really don't have the most data to work off of just yet when it comes to competitive play, so you kind of look at that. Point being that I guess we shouldn't be that surprised that Medusa is indeed the final pick here for VGJ.Storm, but with that split shot, how it works now, you get the damage now for your main attack being 100%. It just becomes that true passive. So, very interesting final pick, though. Definitely did not see the Medusa ultimately coming.
Oh, it's been picked up quite a few times in pro games.
Has it? Okay.
Yeah, on Dream League, I think mostly. But yeah, I wasn't. I mean, it's brilliant. It goes really well with the draft. I really like it.
Yeah.
I really like VGJ.Storm. I think this could be. This first game is really going to dictate the pace, I think, for the rest of it.
Well, and you also look at the IO, speaking of that level 15 talent, I mean, Ags on Medusa is actually not bad at all with that Mystic Snake, and allowing it being that much more powerful, stoning people. What is going on down here? I got a smoke gank. Leviathan, lift. Who are they going to get? They're going to go for the Earth Spirit. He does have the roll. Can they stop it? Flea's in trouble. The Mystic Snake coming out, but that's going to be first blood. Garter actually drawing it right there on the puck. So nice wraparound from Leviathan. They had no clue to VGJ.Storm.
Yeah, man, nice little morale boost for BSJ's boys.
BSJ's boys. Almost might as well call them that, right? He is the popular player on the team, but no, across the board, this is a very skilled team. I'll say that. I mean, Monkey's forever. Every time I watch this guy, you know, he always seems like he's a solid player. He's kind of one of those that almost like a free agent of sorts. He's been on many different teams, rang for many of teams, but has always kind of been a solid player on whatever he's played for, in my opinion. So, looking forward to seeing how he does on the Underlord. He's top, by the way. With that said, so interesting. They are going to go the aggressive Luna Rubik lane with Spirit Breaker thrown in there. So a bit of a pseudo tri lane.
All right, a little bit early pressure, I guess, against the co-op though.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they need all three to actually get a kill on them. I think that's probably what the situation is there. I'm gonna get the lift and the bash. And
Queen of Pain safe lane. This is something, man. Ritsu playing the Queen of Pain safe lane. That really is not your everyday. Again, new patch. I know I've said that many of times, and I know everyone knows this, but I don't know if the patch notes would have suggested that we should start seeing Queen of Pain in the safe lane, though. So, very, very interesting. That's what they end up. But I guess this probably is more of a well. Hold that thought, because okay, he's fine. Do you think it's safe to say this is more of a they were confident with the Medusa final pick, so they wanted to fit it in, and thus they wanted to run a mid, so they just set Queen of Pain safe lane, figuring that should be fine down there, or were they maybe trying this from the beginning? Was this the possibility?
I don't know. They picked the Queen of Pain second. That's the only thing that makes me wonder about it. Like, obviously they were intending, they had a strong intention, or maybe they just wanted to bait VSJ away from his picks and focus around that, and then pull out this Medusa. Yeah. But it's 100% what you're saying. The Medusa as the last pick has totally changed how they decided to do it. How they decided to lane this. But then Quap here is down here by herself, basically as an offlaner, you know, against a tri lane.
Yeah.
You know?
Top lane, speaking of that, you got Spirit Breaker making his way up here, but really just kind of being here as almost like a safety net. If they are going to commit to something, but as we stressed from the draft, I mean, Underlord's a hero that can definitely care for himself. He's not really too scared about dying in most cases. It seems like he's hugging the tower pretty well, and hell, he's almost level 3 actually, so getting some pretty good lane control. On top of that for the time being, Io meanwhile spending some time in the middle lane, of course healing up Medusa right now, as you see right there, but now he's going to make his way back to the jungle. Does not have the spirits yet, so got the early bottle. Not going for any kind of jungle Io early on though. Just going to rely on laning with the teammates and picking up bounty runes here with that bottle.
Yeah, I don't know how happy BSJ is going to be with Harris. Got top, man.
He's fine. Yeah, holding that TP, and he just uses it right after the first stun happens. Nothing they can do.
Yeah, that's the problem with the combo they've got at the moment. Until they get a few levels, don't have anything to lock down. Like, there's nothing to cancel the TP if they already used the stun.
Spirit Breaker. He's a fun hero to watch usually most of the time. You know, you like him to be active. Nushan, the one playing it here. Do you think, I mean, what's his goal this game? As they say that he's kind of charging. No, he's going to stop because of Boulder Smash to avoid that, but he gets hit by the Sand King. With the Burrow Strike, the barrel roll in, and he indeed is going to go down. Rubik ports in, but man, this Io healing up Sand King, making it very difficult to do much damage in return. Sand King himself, as I say that, is getting away from the Firestorm. Rubik's going to fall, but now Flea is also going to go down in response. So, well, maybe not. Rubik actually stays alive. Never mind. Here comes that charge, and Snake King is going to be hit by the charge stun and goes down with the auto attack. So Nusham gets some revenge as they stay around a little bit too long right there. Yeah, they didn't even kill the Rubik, man. Thought for sure that was a kill.
Leviathan coming out fighting, man. They want to make their mark for sure. BSJ's lane's going a lot better now as well. The Spirit Breaker is just going to roam around, man. Just make as much trouble as possible. He's going to play the 4 for sure. Well, I don't know, he kind of have 2 4s. He's going to die.
Has to say that, yeah. I mean, he got the bounty room, but as I like to say, at what cost? He goes down. That's going to be a bounty rune for Stanky now bottled up, and nice value there. So definitely not the greatest trade for the Spirit Breaker. But I guess so. Ultimately, I was getting at, you know, where maybe he will focus, but at the same time, maybe just going, you know, whatever makes the most sense. You know, looking for the opportunity anywhere on the map.
No, I think he hits the IO whenever he sees him and just tries to make sure there's no chance of Regal gates out.
Yeah.
And once that's dealt with, he can deal with, I don't know, Jason the Co-op or any of the other guys.
Yeah.
Not the Medusa though. Just stay away from that unless you're trying to lock her down.
Ooh, bottom. Queen of Pain. Yeah, she's going to easily blink away, of course, but some nice harassment right there. Speaking of that Spirit Breaker. As also Rubik makes its way down here. But how's Luna been doing? 23-8. BSJ's quietly been farming away. You got a 20-2 Queen of Pain on the other side. So it's, I mean, BSJ has had support for a lot of this. Obviously, they've rotated a fair amount, but mainly getting some help right here. Monkeys Forever. Looking at the mini-map, see some action up here. Going to it. Puts the field down and catches a couple with that Pit of Malice. You got Flea off to the side. He's waiting to line this up and go for the kill. Here comes the barrel roll going in. The Boulder Smash. Not using it just yet. He's holding off. The Boulder Smash eventually comes through, and they get the kill on Monkeys. If anything, he was probably waiting for him to TP. You use it as a stopper right there. So good patience from Flea, and ultimately the kill coming out for VGJ.Storm there.
I mean, they get the kill, but the amount of work they have to put in, you know, he's supposedly only level 5 now, so just, I think a little portent of things to come. He is going to be one meaty guy to take down.
Ooh, Rubik going a little bit too deep maybe. I think that's actually safe to say because he falls. BSJ, he's now running. I don't think he's going to be in trouble here, just taking as much damage as possible. Maybe Queen of Pain, yeah, he's going to go in with the Scream. Charge from Nusham, going to stall some damage from the Queen of Pain to the blink in 10 seconds. That's going to be way too long. And Luna manages to survive, has that one, the Ring of Aquila, so yeah, they were not killing BSJ right there at that point, but dealing plenty of damage at least. So if you're Leviathan, I mean, I know it's going well for Luna right now, but do you maybe think about, as this game's picking up, more movement's going to start happening from Storm, especially Flea, you know, Queen of Pain getting her levels. Do you maybe send Luna to the top lane sooner than later, or are you fine with her at the bottom lane? As I say this, they find Io, by the way. Get him taken out.
I think I want to see these Ancients get attacked, man. That's what I want to see if I'm Luna right now. I want to see the Ancients ready for me just to go in and, you know, get a good bit of farm on. Between Luna and Monkeys Forever on the Underlord, they can farm Ancients real quick.
Yeah.
So get that stacked up, just so that he's got, like, the idea with the Luna is just to get her super fat as fast as possible, and then stomp before the Medusa really fully comes online.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, that's objectively what they need to do. Whether or not they do that through ganks, you know, by battling her up by ganking people with smoke ganks, or just farming.
Yeah.
Into maybe a Roshan, some towers or something. I think, yeah.
Huh. Snake King, how about this build? He's going to be going for the early drums. Essentially playing the offlane Sand King right here, and in fact, there you go, buys the recipe, so he has it being delivered, or will sooner than later with that courier once it's back at base. But that's a, you know, Tranquil Boots, Wand, drums here from our Sand King. So obviously it delays the blink, but, you know, it reminds you of Bat Rider, really. You know, Bat Rider we see a lot of the times going the early drums over the blink dagger. What do you think of it here?
Yeah, it gives him a little bit extra tankability, a little bit more survival, maybe 2 or 3 extra epicenter ticks because he doesn't get blown up so fast, you know? Gives you the movement advantage. Is it building to something else now? There was a change to drums in the patch.
Yeah.
Well. I think it maybe made it more cost effective or something.
I believe so. I think it buffed the stats slightly. You know, what I'll tab right now to check, but how do we not know every single change from the patch? We are horrible casters.
Ah, yeah, the active has changed.
Okay. Yeah, I know that they made some buffs to it, but yeah, like I said in the last game, I mean, always been an item that I've been a huge fan of, so I'm definitely happy to see it here. But Garter, meanwhile, puts a Dream Coil out. It's using that phase shift, trying to stay alive. BSJ, though, beam onto Io. BSJ already used the Eclipse. No kills coming from it, and now he's trying to go toe-to-toe, but taking some damage from the Sand King, actually. Off elsewhere, there's more fighting going on. I'm seeing BSJ, yes, he does actually TP out successfully, so they kill Io. BSJ gets out. You get the counter Earth Spirit as well, but they will lose the puck off to the side of Snake King's able to finish him off. Ritsu still around, applies the poison to the standing White Bear here, and he will end up going down for the double kill in favor of Snake King. So numbers-wise, it ends up a 2 for 2, actually, when it's all said and done. But Luna manages to live and also got credit for at least one of those kills in that
so
fight.
Close. People were so close to death all over the place.
Yeah.
Just like one AoE spell and it would have been on
Medusa not there. She was busy just pushing out the middle lane. And working towards a Mask of Madness. As what? It's okay, yeah, something's being delivered. That's okay, phase boots. There you go. So Mask of Madness is going to be the initial item of choice. I guess we're probably not too surprised to see that, right?
No, I mean that's the normal build now. For most core carries, it's such a good item. The build up as well. They changed the build up. There's no more pick recipe or whatever it was before. It's quarter staff now. It's easier to build, and I really like it as well. With the silence and the damage. Like some cores, like Medusa doesn't really have much to do other than her Mystic Snake.
Yeah.
If her mana shield's already up and she's not going to get gone, even if she does get gone, she's probably going to live longer.
Yeah, and especially with that multi-shot, I mean, it's such good synergy. So yeah, not surprised, and you see right there, obviously Medusa not doing a lot of work, but comes on over to help finish off Puck. That was mainly the Sand King, really, with the stun lockdown and catching him going for the rune right there. Top lane, I hear a charge coming in. That would be on to Sand King, who has those drums. Did use the charge already. That's 5 more ready to go. Gonna put the Pearl Strike. Nice timing, but the Pit of Malice will root him in place. The beam comes out. BSJ running. No Eclipse just yet, and actually Io now tethers on up to perhaps go for the response. The drums were popped by Sand King. He's running a Pearl Strike in 1. Use it right here, going for the epicenter. On top of the Spirit Breaker. Gonna at least be a kill on him, maybe more. BSJ thinking about going and realizing that's a bad decision. Again, he has that Eclipse. But really, it's only level 1 Eclipse, and there's multiple heroes coming by, a lot of neutrals as well. He made it easy right here. He goes for the Eclipse. Will he get the lucky RNG? Not really. On the neutral, only 1 on the Sand King. He puts the beam out, but Snake King manning up on a BSJ. Gonna end up picking him off. Caustic Finale Explosion to finish the job. And now Flea, he's trying to run from the Underlord, pushes him away. Barrel rolls on out, showing us those skills that we mentioned he had from the beginning on that Earth Spirit. And everyone survives on the side of VGJ.Storm, but Io, unless he tethers to somebody, doesn't look like that's going to be the case, as he's going to come back to death here at least. So, well, they will get something out of it, but clearly damage done by Storm here.
Yeah, nice little pick off for them there. BSJ going to go down. I think he was 3rd highest net worth. It's the highest net worth anyway on the Dire side. So definitely the juiciest target they get.
Man, Io, he already has an urn here on top of that bottle. He even got the boots, of course, the stick. I mean, urn, bottle, stick on Io, it's just so good value. You're like, you feel so good already. It's almost like, I mean, obviously you would take more on top of that, but that's already plenty for that hero.
No, it's definitely a discount ambulance, dude. Especially, yeah, with the fact your bottle goes across your tether. I mean, literally, you got the wand as well. Well, it's just a stick, but it will be a wand. He needs the stats, I guess.
They're trying to find Underlord or somebody, but they're smoked up. Snake King hoping to lead the way. Does he have his blink? He does. Jeez, I feel like we just mentioned he got the drums. And he's like, oh, by the way, I have blink now on top of that. So his farm, yeah, 6,300 net worth. He is being very involved. 6-1-2 in this game. No surprise. So,
yeah, well, he was, you know, getting them time after time. Where it should have been him dead, you know, a little bit more coordination from Leviathan and he would have died, and most of it, but he just kept getting kills out of it. He's so big. And it's...
That's close.
It is the story of this patch as the offlane really seems to get a huge boost.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you mentioned that in the previous game there, and that's definitely an example of it here with the Sand King. Going back to it. So they finally do those Ancients, by the way. I'm not sure how many stats, either 3 or 4. But Luna manages to take it out. So Dragonlance finished on him, not going the Mask of Madness himself. I know that's potentially an item we could see, you know, really on just many carries, let alone a hero like Luna. But gonna instead go the Dragonlance. What do you make of that? Do you think that was a better decision?
I think the Dragonlance though gives you a few extra things on Luna. Obviously her range, her right-click range is really short anyway, so it gives you that extra bit of space. The stat build-up as well with the Agi. Like Medusa, I think could probably go for a Mask first. I mean, she may still well get the Hurricane Panic. I think it's just a choice of order. She is actually going for it next.
Nice.
It's a preference, but I prefer the Mask.
Yeah, nice Burl Strike steal right there from Rubik in response, but it's not enough to save his teammate. The magnetizes up from Earth Spirit. Luna is going to end up ticking down to that. Also, Screaming Pain coming out of the backlines for Kuna Pain. She ends up going down, though. A nice stun once again from Rubik to finish the job right there. Nusham ticking away. That Caustic Finale, almost the end of him, but he'll manage to walk it off and survive. But they've already lost 2 again. They kill Queen of Pain in response at least, but now Medusa's here, ready to push another objective perhaps at this bottom tier 2. Although the Creep Wave's not really with them, so they are going to have to fall back from it. The Creep Wave at the top lane, however, is even putting some pressure on. And yeah, Io's not even there. I mean, he's just busy farming the jungle. I guess he relocated in to assist during the actual fight, but finding himself back up there. So Another case of VGJ.Storm. They do come out on top, and Leviathan does something, but again, the bigger picture looking better for VGJ.Storm in the end there.
Well, 5k advantage now. 15 minutes, so... Oh, puck getting wrecked.
What was that? That was in the middle lane.
Mid.
Spear Breaker 2. Yep. Jumping in with a scream. Easy kill onto him. All right, double kill for Ritsu there. Playing the Queen of Pain. Oh boy.
I think BSG probably needs to maybe think about PKB.
Yeah, that's one of those tough spots though, right? Because it's like, obviously BKB is a great item on Luna, but getting it so early on in the game, one, the duration, and then two, it's not a great farming tool, so it always feels bad. But I'm with you. I mean, BKB is no doubt a very good item in this game.
He actually went back and picked up the Morbid Mask.
Okay. You're right.
He didn't finish. He hasn't finished his yeah, he's obviously struggling. He's like, well, I can't farm here. I want to get more farm more. I need lifesteal, so he picked it up instead of the Ogre Club. It's a BSJ thing though, man. He often builds like 3 or 4 items at once, but it just has like one piece of each item.
Yeah. I
think that's over exaggerated by far, but you know.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That is very interesting. Yeah, definitely changing his mind right there. Is safe to say. So he's going to go to the bottom lane and look to pressure the tower down here. Fleet, oh, meanwhile, going to be caught by the Dream Coil, and he doesn't really have support nearby just yet, although TPs are coming in, so they lose the Hero Spear. Here comes the relocate, though. Queen of Pain tethered up with the IL, the bash on a Medusa, but of course has that mana shield, although it's all gone all of a sudden. The Eclipse helps to take him out at a 2-for-1 right there in favor of Team Leviathan actually happening. And now they're putting plenty of pressure on this bottom tier 1 tower, and vulnerability's coming out, but that's just delaying the inevitable. So big kill on Medusa. That Eclipse seemed like it did a lot of work actually. And that's a bit of a comeback there.
I didn't think she was going down. I thought, yeah, I was going to tether and he'll wrap it. Boom, she's gone. I don't know, maybe he toggled off his mana shield or something. That's the only thing I can imagine, because it just evaporated.
Yeah.
Or maybe Rubik turned on his offensive null field.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, we mentioned that in the beginning.
No, he doesn't have it. He's not even skilled it yet.
Okay. No, well, so it's hard to do that if you don't have it, but the idea is there. Yeah, that Eclipse though, it definitely just seemed like tunneled in onto him. Secures that. So yeah, went back for the Mask of Madness. Now he has the Dragonlance anyway, so clearly I mean, now he has a chance to really amp that farm, obviously, when it comes to taking out the jungle here with these combo items, specifically that Mask of Madness. Looks like the Yasha and the Manta is going to
he's going to get the Manta next. He's going to skip over the Hurricane Pipe now and focus on damage.
Yeah.
I think the Manta's good as well. So it gives you the self-purge, which is really useful. Against Quap especially with her poison. And I guess the Sand King as well.
I do apologize, guys. It looks like I was dipping some frames right there for the last couple of minutes. Hopefully, it should be. It looks like it's back to good now. Again, I wasn't lagging on my side, so that was it's a little odd there. I don't know if it's a connection to Twitch or something like that, but I'll try to keep an eye on it and maybe do a restart if it calls for it. But sorry about that if it is lagging. Back to the game, though.
I see a few frame drops there. Just
yeah. No, I am dropping actually, as I mentioned that, now I'm dropping again. Dang it. All right, well, I'll keep an eye on it. If it happens a little bit longer here, I might just try to restart on a different server to make it better. But, okay, back to the game. You look at Underlord here. He was invis, actually, scouting some things out. But not going to look for any, or not going to go on any opening. He does have a Rod of Atos picked up. A very interesting, really first item here for Underlord. Rod of Atos.
Yeah, I think it goes hand in hand. I think it does. They go hand in hand together, the Underlord and the Atos. It just goes so well with his abilities.
Yeah.
It gives him that extra bit of catch. I wouldn't be surprised. He's going to get Mechanism next, but I wouldn't be surprised to see like a Blink Dagger as well, or maybe a Force Staff. Something for mobility.
Yeah, just that utility there. Force Staff feels like it's always a good choice, really. When it comes to, if you're thinking of what item to build, if you're more the utility support hero, Force Staff is never a bad option, so maybe something that Monkeys Forever we'll look to put on the menu here. As you mentioned, though, Guardian Greaves coming first at this point, and a smoke up, actually, from Team Leviathan here being used. They scan the top lane, trying to find this Queen of Pain up here, but they scan in the wrong spot. They know Ritsu's up here somewhere, but doesn't look like they're going to necessarily find him. Oh, he blinks in, actually pops the Orchid on a Spirit Breaker, but now realizing maybe this was a bad decision. Eclipse, meanwhile, hitting Sand King of the back lines as Io relocates in, though, with Medusa. Queen of Pain, though, being locked down. Another strike stunning him, and he's in trouble. A couple Murano attacks. No, he barely blinks away in time to survive. Magnetize on multiple heroes, taking down several, New Sham included, but he's going to TP back to base and manages to live at the last second. So, considering how chaotic that fight was, only one death on a Sand King right there. That's pretty crazy.
Casual 4-man ult from Earth Spirit.
Yeah. Oh, well, Earth Spirit. Okay, well, they eventually get some payback there, I guess. They didn't kill anybody, did a lot of damage, but they take him out. And now they're going to push the top tower. So now this is, I mean, Leviathan has something going now, because this is the makeup of this team, right? Especially with a Luna-based makeup. You got the Underlord on top of that. I mean, they're all about getting together and pushing objectives. And they're starting to do that now in both the top and the bottom lane here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a race for Luna needs to get into the base and clean it out by about 35 minutes. We're at 21 minutes now, and only now are these tier 1s going down. Which is a big concern if you're Leviathan. You need to have more map presence than you have at the moment. I mean, it's not like the death now. They're still playing, they're still playing well. It's 14-12. By no means are they out of the game. But yeah, I mean, that's a pressing concern for them. The push is now happening, but it's been significantly delayed.
All right, I'm going to make the call, guys. We are still dropping some frames here. So I'm going to restart the stream real quickly, just on a different server, hoping that fixes the issue. Apologize here, so just let everyone know to refresh the stream, please. And we should be right back. Looks like we're in a null the action, so be right back, guys. Started it back up right here, a different server. As we are starting back up, we got a big engagement, of course. The Uber's activated. It is going to be sending out, and they still kill Spirit Breaker, but the rest are going to get escaped to safety, so Isle gets picked off in that fight. And now it's just retreat time for Leviathan. And Luna, closest one, but they're not going to be able to catch up to him, so looks like he's going to be able to make his way out just fine right there. So yeah, I'm going to apologize, but coming back now into that engagement that's happening. I mean, there's been plenty of them taking place now, go figure. Sand King, he's caught by the Eclipse, and he'll go down too, lifted up in the air, allowing that Eclipse to do maximum damage, really. Flea, he hits right into the wall. Draco stunning him into place, and they pick him off as well. BSJ will transition right into farming up the Ancients and the rest of the jungle over here. So, again, nice momentum for Leviathan continues, and that Luna now is really caught up to the Medusa here at this point in the game.
Yeah, we were looking for a little bit of a tempo increase, and I think we just found it. That was a huge set of engagements, and that ult out from the Underlord, taking all 4 of them out, making sure everyone was alive. That was beautiful, man.
Mm-hmm.
Monkeys forever.
Yeah, no, again, he's a solid player. Like he really is always an impressive player every time I seem to watch games that he happens to be in. Most recently, again, of course, parts of Leviathan here for the team. So on the Underlord, that Guardian Grief pickup is just about here for him and for the team, of course. Meanwhile, you have Luna, the Manta style finished, and now that BKB is going to be in order. So we mentioned earlier on in the game, it's like, man, he might need that ASAP. Well, he's managed to hold off getting it for this long, and now he's farmed to the point where it's okay, just naturally BKB makes a lot of sense here to pick up.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, he's real strong now. Like, he's got the HP, the BKB makes sense. Like, he's actually, like, it's worth popping it for aggression now, rather than just being defensive. And he never picked up any kind of defensive item with the mana.
Radiant's bottom tower
So
is under
yeah,
attack.
I mean, fair play to him.
A prize.
Medusa, on the other hand, the Hurricane Pike finished, and I have Scotty's going to be coming along. So, again, I know it's still a little bit before level 25, but of course that modification there, the fact that all the split shots are affected by things like I have Scotty. So, going to be getting the massive slow and the AoE presence. I'm sure that's what he's going to get at level 25 at least. I feel like that's what all Medusas have been getting.
Yep, I believe so. He's pretty close to the IS guy, so only has like 1,000 gold to go or something. I don't know. I think maybe if you're playing against Chaos Knight and Phantom Lancer, you would maybe take +7 spirit shots split shots, and also
That's true.
spelled. But that's the only time, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there. It's like if you have to deal with just massive illusions, maybe, but in this case, not so much. Earth Spirit, by the way, caught at the Roshan pit, so he goes down. The Nether Strike used for this. Pit of Malice also roots Sand King in place again. The Eclipse seems like it's always just on top of Sand King. He's going to manage to barely escape the IL, puts the tether up, keeping him alive. Uber out from Monkeys Forever. The scream from Medusa, but he gets out 3. They did lose Spirit Breaker. Garter, do not know what he was thinking, man. He kind of went in there really late as the team was getting away with the Underlord, but can he manage to escape here? Oh, man, that's a BKB activated by Queen of Pain to try to make this kill happen, and they will indeed. I don't even know if the BKB was necessary, to be honest, but they get the kill nonetheless. Despite what happened.
Definitely not necessarily. A bit of a misclick, maybe.
Yeah. Felt like it, so. Well, they still get it, but again, that's going to be a BKB 10-second down now.
Yeah, but at the same time, it did secure the Roshan, and they should be able to take this. Well, VSJ going to scout out with the illusions, but 20. Oh, Puck actually had buyback and decided he would just buy 9 instead.
Okay. Yeah. So not. Yeah, that's actually a good point because Leviathan feels like they definitely could fight this fight. They're still going to try, only having 4 heroes. Uh-oh, Epicenter's going off right here, and it is going to be fully channeled. Gets off Monkeys Forever, going the other direction, just trying to buy some time, if anything, for his teammate. So he will go down. This is a distraction of sorts, though, so they're not going to finish off Roshan in the meantime. They want more hero kills, BSJ included. He splits up with the Manta Style. Poison's applied onto Luna right there with the Shadow Strike. He's going to keep on running, though, and actually Flea cannot chase far enough to catch up to him. By Nusham, he's going to be caught in trouble. The Boulder Smash ends up hitting Rubik in the backlines, actually, and trying to be finished out by Ryo, but instead they'll take Puck, it looks like, who just came back into the fight. The scream from Medusa, going to stone up Rubik in the end, and not even necessary. They do finish him off. Queen of Pain diving for the kill on a Puck right here, and he is going to get it. Pops York at BSJ trying to man up against him, but they're just diving into the base, adding insult to injury right now. It's VGJ.Storm. The Boulder Smash is going to miss, but damage done in plenty by Storm right here, and now they're going for the Tier 3 tower in the base.
Oh, this could be close to GG, man.
Feels like it. All of a sudden. What happened? I mean, it felt like Leviathan really had a lot going, but was that just Storm just capitalizing on a mistake, or what?
Oh, ever the professionals just going to take the tower and back, man. Going to take the safe option. Going to be quite happy with what they got there. 4 kills and a Tier 2 and a Tier 3.
Yeah, they saved Roshan, but again, trying to pick that fight when Puck did not have the buyback. They were fighting 4 vs 5, and they're running uphill into a dangerous trap. They're going to lose 2 more. The scream from Medusa. I feel like that cooldown's so short, man. I feel like he just used it. It's only 90 seconds, I guess, so they do indeed get both in Spirit Breaker and Underlord, and now they're trying to chase down Luna right here, but the Glimmer Cape is going to be enough to help him escape for him right there. But again, the damage just continues from VGJ.Storm. All of a sudden, look at Queen of Pain. He's really skyrocketed, nearly 15,000 net worth. That Orchid's done work for her this game.
Yeah, I'm going to get the Shivas next, first off, before she picks up Bloodthorn or anything. But yeah, that was a nice little play there, man. They pushed them back, and it was just a bait. They just wanted to take the tower. That's so much better to have all the Tier 2s gone. Better control of the map and pressure.
Yeah. And
then obviously they did take that tower as well, so they could take out that top shrine before they go Roshan, but I don't think they're in bother.
Oh man, this Medusa though has that. I have Scotty. 1,300 gold already saved up, going towards a butterfly here. By the way, level 20, so that's also another pretty big top for her because 800 mana, aka it's Medusa becomes a lot harder to kill now because of that mana shield. How much more it absorbs. So yeah, talent's important to look at, especially since the patch here. All the changes. That 30% spell lifesteal now picked up by Queen of Pain as well. And the Maelstrom just purchased. So yeah, it's a lot less than it was before, but still getting it at level 20. And 30% is still quite a bit. So I think Queen of Pain's just fine.
Yeah, man, that's pretty huge, especially if it's you still get your Blade Mail, maybe. I don't know, it's still an option. But I mean, she's going to shoot us. The Mjolnir as well, obviously. Can you heal off that?
Yeah, no, Mjolnir.
Maelstrom.
I'm sure we're going to see is the possible upgrade if it even gets to that point. But Ritzia, he'll find another kill on a Rubik there. And that's the Aegis picked up for Medusa meanwhile. It almost seems like Leviathan has just got scattered here. And I mean, not to take away at all by VGJ.Storm as far as what they're doing. Hold that thought though, because another strike again. They're going for the kill on a Sand King, but again, Isle in the backline saving him. His Sand King, his friend in the fight right here. BSJ pops the BKB, will finish off Snaking in the end. They also kill a Spirit Breaker in response. Underlord is going to go for the Uber back, realizing this is a fight they're not going to win right now, so he sends them back to the fountain. That was the scream used by Medusa, so maybe going to come back in now. Look to still fight this. They lose the range. Melee's dying. Garter trying to play distraction. Pit of Malice catches a couple. You see the mana is low on Medusa. Isle's here though with the tether up. They catch Queen of Pain before she can blink away and get the kill. But BSJ's going down. The auto attacks from Medusa proven to be too much. Just standing there like a right-click turret that he is. And they take out the racks on top of that. So they lose a couple of their friends in the fight, but still plenty of damage done. And they are going to force a buyback out of Puck now. They do have one on Luna, but that's not going to be necessary, as Storm will just retreat instead.
Well, again, this time they're going to move over our shrines, but again, they're just going to retreat. They're going to take the rocks and retreat, you know. With the buybacks they had available versus what was down, maybe they could have taken another tower, but I don't know. Seems like an interesting choice to back at that point of your ages up. I mean, it's the careful choice, you know. You have two options there. One is to go for more.
Yeah, no, it's the why risk it option. It's the we're ahead. Let's just go ahead and fall back and wait for our Queen of Pain to be back. I definitely understand where Storm's coming from here. Definitely no point to push the issue. I mean, yes, they are dealing with the Luna, who is getting some decent farm, so you don't want to take forever by any means, but to be fair, I mean, hell, they still have their middle tier 1 up at this point.
Yeah, so no, absolutely. It's VGJ.Storm that gets stronger as the game goes on. Yeah. I think they have the much better overall late game. So I think the waiting game is fine for them to play.
And also, again, the longer they wait, Medusa level 25, as we stressed earlier. Well, they're trying to find a kill on Medusa. I mean, just looks like, again, they're kind of just tickling him right now, but be deceptive. A nice relocate out, though, from the IO just to make sure. Now, they're going to be coming back in, but something tells me VGJ.Storm's ready to fight this if they try to do something about it. So, yeah, they're not even going to try. A smart decision by Leviathan. Storm was definitely ready to pick a fight there if they wanted to, especially with that Aegis. Yeah, Puck decided to go the Dagon, by the way, after the Yules. So, Blink Yules into the Dagon, which is now level 2.
Big smoke here.
Oh, they found Luna. That's going to be a buyback immediately. Double kill coming out, so the epicenter big time from Snaking right there. Caught with the Pit of Malice, though, but he kind of did his job already, so even if he does die, maybe not necessarily the biggest deal, but he sandstorms out. He's not going to die, though. He's going to survive, damn it. BSJ, he's stunned by the Boulder Smash in the back lines, and now trying to chase with his team. They did kill Io, losing Spirit Breaker, though. Meanwhile, the top racks going down Medusa. That was the plan all along. Distraction game happening from VGJ.Storm, and it works out beautifully, and the screen coming out with that Mystic Gaze. Luna's going to die for the dieback, and that could all but do it now in favor of VGJ.Storm. Monkeys forever will fall. Nope, never mind. He gets out. Uber's OP. But GG's are called, and it's official. Game number 1 for VGJ.Storm here.
Radiant victory.
GG. That was a fun game. I mean, this is a series I definitely, honestly, could see it going either way from the beginning, and still potential for that. Obviously, a best of 3, but VGJ.Storm making a statement there. Game number 1 looking pretty good, actually. The Medusa mid, the Queen of Pain safe lane. Kind of works out for them in the end.
Yeah, it was more like a co-op off lane. As far as support was concerned, they were, they kind of had the reverse to safe lanes. But yeah, I mean, it's as expected. The Monkeys Forever, although he played well, he just wasn't able to do as much as he could have done on maybe a different hero,
Yeah.
BSJ did get farmed, but he didn't, like that early, doing that lane swap and the way that they did it kind of put more pressure on the BSJ, because he was going to get less XP for levels wise, and also then he did that weird thing where he split. He wasn't sure whether he was going to build the lance or the mask, which I think it just kind of slowed him down, and he didn't really like as I said, they wanted to get that game finished by 30 minutes. It was finished by 35 minutes, and they lost by 20 minutes. Remember, they were only just pushing those tier 1s.
Yeah,
and that's like the critical issue. If you've got the Luna, you need to you need to be thinking 12 minutes. There's the tier 1s down, and then that then allows you to pressure one of the lanes with a deep push onto a tier 2, which can kind of make people come away from your tower pushes, if they are pushing on you.
Well, victory for VGJ.Storm. Always one of those names that's hard to say fast sometimes. But anyways, they take game number 1. Obviously, again, though, best of 3 here in the Summon 8 North American Qualifier. So Leviathan having a chance to respond right now, but definitely good game from Storm there in game number 1. Again, guys, I'm Breaky CPK, joined by General Jiva Kiss. We got game number 2 going to be coming up shortly right here. Again, I do apologize about the lag, guys. I did notice that it's still dropping some frames, so I may do another restart here, try a couple more things in between the game. But with all that said, stay tuned. We'll be back. Game number 2 going to be coming up here shortly.